Hi guys, just arrived at Manchester Airport, all checked in, bags have gone. I've just come from my last meal. It's going to be about 2 to 3 weeks before I eat again. A proper meal, the rest is going to obviously be liquid from now on. It's really kicking in now, the nerves, getting a bit nervous now. Not for flying, not for being on my own, nothing to do with that, just the process of the surgery, because I've never had surgery before. But yeah, obviously, here's the journey starts, and see you in Turkey. Arrived in Turkey, really good flight, got here, really simple, straight off the plane, through passport control, baggage, straight outside, the guy's waiting for me. I'll just give you a little tour of the bus because I think this is absolutely amazing. This is just a taxi to take me to and from the airport, and also from the hotel to the hospital. Just have a look at this. Living like a king, that's all I can say. In the morning. We got in last night at about 8 o'clock, the flight landed, and we went straight to the hotel. Hotel's really nice, gotta be honest, it's down as a 5-star. I've stayed in the Manchester Lowry, which is a 5-star hotel, and I'd probably put it as a 4-star when you compare between like a Travelodge and the Lowry. I'd probably put it as a 4-star, English 4-star, not a 5-star. But, you know, absolutely lovely, couldn't fault it. In the hospital, just having tests done at the moment. They've been and took blood, done ECG and a few others. Apparently the tests are really in depth, but I'll tell you later on. Yeah, the city's absolutely amazing, I've got to be honest. Driving through the streets and the towns that we come through to the hospital from the hotel, absolutely fantastic. It really does make England look bad, if I'm being honest. You know, big skyscrapers everywhere, all, you know, with glass on. Absolutely stunning. I've took some videos, so you probably see them. But yeah, good. Everything's good at the moment. Nerves are a bit calmer today. I don't know why. But yesterday when I got on the plane, I was absolutely turning knots. And then I met two lads on the plane, one lad from Liverpool and one lad from Wales, who were fantastic. We just had a right ball on the way down. They're here having the teeth done. Them two boys, both separate hospitals. They've never met before. It was really good. So it sort of calmed me down, and they were saying, listen, don't worry about it. You know, all this sort of thing. I've been here before, I've had this, I've had that. It's fantastic, you get looked after. So a bit calmer today, but as I say, yesterday I was absolutely turning knots when I was ready to get on that plane. At one point I was ready for just walking away and just walking down the terminal and getting home, but because the nerves were that bad. And I'm not really that type of person. But yeah, let's see how the day goes. I think the surgery's tonight, but we'll have to see. They've not said anything yet, but from the information I've received, it looks like the surgery's tonight. So yeah, over and out. Catch you later. I'm in the hotel waiting to go home tomorrow, back to England. It's been a tough couple of days, I'm not going to lie. I had the surgery. It wasn't nice, I'll be honest with you. Woke up after the surgery, I felt like somebody was sat on my chest. But that's down to the gas. So, in regards to that, you just have to get up and walk, and it helps clear it. But in all fairness, I don't remember much of it because I literally was falling asleep, in and out of sleep because of the anaesthetic. So, you know, I wouldn't call it bad. It was just, I just remember when I woke up, I'm trying to put my head up and this woman's tapping me on the head saying, lie down, lie down. And it just felt like somebody was sat on my chest, and I'm trying to lift myself up to try and get a bit of like air or something, just to try and take the pressure away. And she's tapping me on the head, lie down, lie down. Oh, it's funny now I think about it, but at the time it wasn't. So yes, the rest of Saturday was really sleep. Kept waking up, sleep. Then I went for a little walk. They woke me up, went for a little walk. Come back in, felt absolutely dreadful, really bad. That night, I had a really bad night's sleep. I was basically hiccuping, but then it set off me being sick then. So that was happening like every hour. I was waking up every hour, running to the toilet, in the toilet, nothing I could do. It was just one of them things. The next morning, spoke to the doctor and he said it was something to do with the drain, because where the drain's put on the diaphragm, inside, it was something to do with the way that was located. That was causing that. So we had to fiddle about with the bottle, and he said you should be all right now. I don't know what he did, but it seemed to resolve the situation. So we went down for a leakage test. So by this point, also as well, I've not ate anything since Friday night, and this was the Sunday morning. I've not had a drink. I've not had a bit of food. Not had nothing. So I was dehydrated. I was, you know, I weren't hungry or anything, because obviously them taking away that part of the stomach takes away that part of the stomach that tells you you're hungry to start with. So we went down for what's called a leakage test. So basically what that is they give you a drink to drink. It was in a small plastic cup, probably about 150 millilitres of water, something like that. It was like a small plastic school cup that you can imagine. And it had this liquid in it. It was water, and then they put a couple of drops of this liquid in. That was absolute vile. Now, I met some lovely people over there, and one of the ladies said to me, just drink it of cheap wine. Well, I don't like cheap wine anyway, and this didn't taste like cheap wine. This tasted absolutely vile. So anyway, I had to drink half the cup slowly, and then I had to chug the rest of it. Well, I was quite surprised because they're saying to you, don't chug the drinks. But anyway, that was a thing. So as I'm doing it, they're x-raying my body. It wasn't, so some people have mentioned on here before they've had blue liquid. So when they drink the blue liquid, if there's any blue marks on the patches, it means there's a leakage. But this one was done through an x-ray. So I did obviously that. I went back upstairs. They said, you can have a drink now. And they brought a drink, and it was quite cool. It was really nice. And I had a good drink of that. It went down like a dream. Honest to God, it was like a steak dinner on a Friday night after work. It went down like a dream. So I had a little bit of a sleep, and I woke up. Honest to God, felt $1 million. Really felt $1 million. I could have gone in work the next day. It really made a difference. That was a turning point in how I felt, really. And then we got onto the boredom. So that day I really struggled. So you bear in mind, you're in a hospital bed in a country you don't know. You got no visitors. You know, it's tough. I'm not going to, put anybody, who are watching this video through the gastric side of things and not the building side of things. If you go into Turkey to do the operation, I highly recommend the surgeons, the procedure, everything. It was fantastic. I could not fault them one bit. But you have to put up with the boredom. And the boredom is them hours go round, them minutes go round like hours, and them hours seem like days. It really does. It was really bad. I was basically lying in the bed for 10 minutes, then I'm getting up, then I'm sitting down, then I'm standing up, I'm walking around the room, then I'm lying back down again. And I've got videos on my phone. I downloaded a load of videos on Netflix on my phone. Excuse me, sorry about the hiccups. It's just something I've got now. And little burps and stuff. I have that regular now because of the water. So sorry, I've lost my track now. So I'll just go back. So walking around the room, sitting back down, getting back up, and I downloaded a load of videos on Netflix. I couldn't sit for more than 5 minutes to watch them, and all day it went like that. And then I'm falling asleep on the bed, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to sleep tonight. Anyway, that night, I managed to get some sleep. I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I managed to get some sleep. Gets up the next day, felt really good. I'll be honest with you. So, this was now the Monday. We're now into the Monday. Surgery was on the Saturday. We're now on to the Monday. And I'll be honest with you, the Monday has been, bar today, the best day. After surgery, I found myself, I could get comfortable in the bed. I could put my phone on. I've got a little stand for my phone, so I put my phone on the stand, and I was able to watch a few Netflix videos, and the time really passed really well. I won't say quickly, but not as slow as the day before, and it felt great. I went to sleep that night. Bear in mind, all we're allowed to drink at this point is water. I've not had no food. Obviously, you're not going to go and start eating, potatoes and carrots and stuff anyway. That's not the way the surgery works. But we've not had any. I've not had like a soup, or I've not had a protein shake. All I'd had since Friday was water, and I probably, at this point, I would say by Monday night, all I'd probably drunk was probably half a litre of water. So, you can imagine that intake, it's tough on your body. So, Tuesday morning, gets up. They said, you go into the hotel today, ready for your flight tomorrow. We goes to the hotel, which the morning passed really quickly because obviously there was a bit of a goal there. I knew I just had to get up, get my bag sorted, get all my stuff, get things in place, and then off to the hotel. An hour down to the hotel, there's an hour wasted. Checking in, there's another 20 minutes wasted. So I'm thinking, anyway, it worked well. It worked quite well like that. So that was how I was able to process things in my mind. But if you come to Turkey, guys, you have to realise this. These days, like I've said before, these hours seem like days, and these days seem like weeks. It really does. So we get to the hotel, and there's a dietitian waiting for us. So she's gone through all the stuff, give us our bag of medication to take home, give us our bag of like protein shakes we've got to take home. So we've got all that, goes to the room, and then a couple of ladies who have been on the journey with while we got off the plane and come to the hotel, who we met along the way. One of them said, "Oh, we're going out for a walk." So we ended up going out for 2 hours for a walk round the little town where we are, which was really good. There was a little shopping centre there. Went and had a good look round there. It was a bit like Chinese torture, because you're walking around, there's a shop in there, and I can't think what it was called, but it was a bit like a large Tesco's. It sells pretty much everything, and you're walking past Coca-Cola, Pepsi Max, all the stuff that I'm so used to just grabbing, open. It becomes natural, chocolate, crisp, biscuits, cakes, bread. It's all there. It's like Chinese torture, honest to God. But, obviously it was all right. We come back home. So to this point, basically, I was here Friday. I just got run through a bit of a day. Sorry, missed it again. So I'll run through, obviously, a bit of a timeline. So on Friday, I arrived at the hotel. On the way from the airport, I got an Eggs Benedict, which was, I've got to be honest, from San Carlo. That was gorgeous. And I bought a rice meal from W.H. Smith with bits of stuff in it and salmon in it that I can remember. So I bought that. So I had that just before I went to bed, and a glass of water. That was Friday night. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Monday, half a litre of water. Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, half a litre of water. That was Sunday, Monday, half a litre of water, sorry. Tuesday, I've had probably a good litre of water today. And I've had a protein shake. I'm just about to do myself another protein shake. But all I'm allowed is 180 mils of protein shake, which I would probably say there's a quarter of a mug full. In a cup, it's probably a quarter of a mug full. So that's the sort of food intake. I weighed myself this morning. I'm not sure of the conversions from the original. I've not done it. But when I originally started my diet, which was if you remember back in the last video, which was the liver reduction diet, my starting weight, which was my highest weight, was 21 stone, 11 pounds. I left home the following Friday, so after 6 days, and I weighed 20 stone, dead on my scales. I've come here this morning, and I've weighed myself this morning, and I weigh 129 kilos. I think that's around 20 stone. So I've lost over a stone and a half within just about a week and a half. That's the sort of rate I've lost the weight. I can see it. I put some pants on today that they were never tight. They were always good fitting, but I've had to really pull the strings tight. They're just jogging pants, but I've really had to pull them strings tight, tighten them up. Massive difference. You may be able to tell from a picture, from my videos, that I've lost it in my face. I seem to think I've lost it in my face to this point, which is really good. It is a tough journey. I'm not going to say to anyone, I know there's a lot of people who watch my channel who are builders, and this may not be for you guys, and I understand that. You're probably only here for the brickwork and other bits and pieces that I'll be posting. But for those who are here on the gastric sleeve side, who are maybe considering gastric sleeve surgery, that day when I had a bad day, I was thinking, have I done the right thing? But I look at it now and I'm thinking, definitely have I done the right thing? Because, you know, although I'm not eating, although I'm not drinking properly, although, you know, you walk past cans of Pepsi Max and other stuff in the shops, you know, I've got to get myself back to where I can have an healthy diet, where I can maintain the weight loss, and where I can have a better life for myself, you know, and also which then will prolong my working and allow me to work longer, and also give me better quality time with my family. And that is what that is the priority. There's no priority, you know, I'm not bothered what people think of me. I'll be straight with you now. If you think I'm fat and I'm doing it and I'm wasting people's time, that is absolutely fine. I do not care. This is for me. This is for nobody else. This is for me and my family, and this is why I'm doing it. And I'm just explaining the journey that I'm going on. You know, it's going to be tough on the way through. You know, for you builders and bricklayers, I'll put loads of videos on of bricklaying. For you gastric people, I'm going to put loads of videos on coming up of the gastric. I will identify them, so if it's bricklaying and building, they'll be marked up bricklaying and building. If it's gastric sleeve, they'll be marked up gastric sleeve. For those who like a bit of both, you've obviously got an option, but for those who would just like to get the brickwork, it'll be there. Those who just like the gastric sleeve, it'll be there. It's the only way I can do it. So yeah, you know, there's been, same again, lots of comments. Although I've been bored and I've been sat here, I've just not felt like replying to anyone, no disrespect. But when I get home tomorrow, obviously I'm going to edit the video and put a video out over the next coming days, and you will see me start replying to a lot of the comments that you have posted. I'll do that when I get home, because there's been some fantastic comments and some fantastic support, and I really appreciate that. The support, people wishing me well. And, you know, I do appreciate that. I've not done it for this reason. I've just done it for the reasons that I've said for myself and for my family. But you know, it means a lot when people are giving me support. So thank you very much for everyone who's subscribed. It means an absolute world to me. You know, please click like if you're liking the content. You know, I really like that. And let's see how things go over the next coming weeks. I'll keep you updated on my journey, and obviously I'm planning to get back to work on Monday. As I say, we'll just have to see how I feel on Monday, but I'm looking at getting back to work on Monday and getting back to doing some sort of work. So we should get some more bricklaying pictures and videos on the channel at that point. Okay, that's going to be it for today. And I hope you like this video, and we'll see you in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.